chest. It's coming out of all places. But I love him. Put your hands together for the one and only Luke Trotta.
Keep it going for your host, Junior Shaw, everybody. Keep it going for Brian Hamilton as well. Luckily for you guys, the only impression I do is I look like an ISIS member. You know, when I first decided to start growing this beard 3 days ago, I thought, how bad could it be? Then I had to go on a plane. I'm gonna tell you something, everyone. It was pretty bad. I brought my mother with me as like an extra form of identification. Yeah, they searched her with the rubber gloves too. Last time she was touched like that, 9 months later, I was born. Now I live in Port Charlotte. You guys know where that's at? All right, good, because most of the state doesn't. If I were ever to describe Port Charlotte, I always say it's the waiting room of a doctor's office with a bunch of Walmarts sprinkled in there. Now folks, I'm not your normal comic. I like to read poetry. I like deep quotes. I like to read books. In fact, I read a book on the way down here. But don't worry, that's just what I call smoking weed. I can see where Amendment 2 went in this room. All right, I'm safe, folks. It's only the good books. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm also a bitter person. Do you guys ever have a dream where you get in an argument with somebody and you wake up in the middle of that argument? Yes, ma'am. Doesn't it piss you off? You know what I do because I'm bitter? I put myself back into sleep and I try to go back into that dream and I try to win that argument. And if I can't, I stay mad at that person in real life. Because I'm not a loser, folks, and I don't accept losing of any kind. Now, I was raised by a single-parent mom. Any single-parent moms in the house? All right, awesome. Hey, that's good. That means you guys stay married. I'm jealous. I'm from a broken home. Being raised by a single-parent mom, though, it left both me and my mom with some interesting personality traits. Like my mother, for one, she's terrific at sports. I'm serious. She can hit a curveball. She throws a great spiral football. She's fantastic. And me? Well, I can't fix anything. I don't even own any tools, folks. Ladies, I can't even change my own oil, let alone yours. But one thing I do, I will let you know if you got your hair done, and I can tell you if those curtains match the drapes. So you know what, it's a win-win. Growing up with my mom, though, was always fun and interesting. She told me, Luke, a great woman will never forget unless you prove her wrong. Then she will forget that so fast it's like it never happened. She was very supportive growing up. She said, Luke, you can be anything you want to be in this world. So when I went to her and said, Mom, I'm going to become a comedian, she looked at me dead in my eye and said, that's not what I meant. I meant a doctor, you idiot. I love her, but I'm pretty sure she lied to me growing up. She always told me I was Italian, and judging based on how I look and my ability to grow a beard, I'm obviously somewhere from the Middle East. I'm not gonna say where right now, because the world's a little sensitive right now. Plus, I'm not going anywhere. I don't care what kind of band they get. But because I live in the South, everyone just thinks I'm Jewish, which explains why nobody ever wants to do cocaine with me. I don't understand it, I share. But don't get me wrong, it comes with its perks, everybody. Like for one, when I go out, no one ever expects me to pick up a tab. And when Jehovah's Witnesses knock on my door, they take one look at me and they're like, you know what? Never mind. We have enough signatures today, sir. You're the last house on the block. But believe it or not, I am Italian. I know, I'm shocked, but you know, I paid the $19.95 at Ancestry.com and that's what they told me. But being Italian, I can tell you, every Italian has one superpower, and that's the ability to grow hair everywhere. Don't laugh, I will shed all over you guys. So I just turned 30, about 2 years ago. I'm about as excited as you guys are. I didn't even think I'd make it this far, so I'm happy to be here. I just found out that a 401k is not an extreme type of race, so what do you know? As most of you know though, as I got older, I turned 32 a couple weeks ago, and I was trying to convince myself that, you know what, getting older is better. There are good things to getting older. I didn't find much, but one of the things I came up with was like, you know what? I never have to worry about getting kidnapped, ever again. Like, there's never gonna be a time where someone tries to drag me into a car and touch me inappropriately. Like, I have a better shot at going into a Starbucks and getting mauled by 2 grizzly bears than I do getting dragged into a car with lollipops taped to the door handles. Made me a little sad, I'm not gonna lie. As I've gotten older though, my life's changing. Not really my life so much, because I've made every conscious decision not to be a mature, responsible 32-year-old adult. But everybody I know is having kids. I go to so many little kids' birthday parties, you would think I have a red dot on my house. All right, that one didn't go over. I liked it, folks, whatever. I'm gonna tell you guys a little something in that pause. A lot of times as a comic, you write a joke, and you're like, you know what, that's the one. That's gonna be the one that put me on HBO. And then you come on stage and you tell it, and you're like, well, I guess that one was for me then. I like it. But I go to so many kids' birthday parties, it's terrible. By the way, has anybody ever tried to get high in a bounce house? Don't do it, don't do it. I always spill bong water all over the kids, it's terrible. It's horrible, I don't like it. As I've gotten older though, I don't understand the dating scene anymore. I don't understand why women are dyeing their hair all sorts of different colors, purple, pink, blue. I don't get it, but you know what, I thank them, because I always loved girls who had terrible relationships with their fathers. Now I just know where to start at the beginning of the night. How you doing? I'm Luke Trotta, and I will love you like your father never did. I don't understand dick pics. I don't get it. Whatever guy came up with it, and trust me everybody, it was obviously a guy, because we're the only species in the world that would be like, well, that's a great idea. I want to punch him in his throat. I don't know what goes through a guy's mind, like, hey, I think she likes me, or she might want to sleep with me. I know what'll get her. I'm gonna send her a picture of my dick. No, gentlemen, no. Send her flowers. Write her a letter, especially if she's seen The Notebook. Do not send her a picture of your dick. I've never once had a woman look at me and go, you know what, Luke? You have a really pretty dick. And I do, everybody. It has a 6-pack. Comes with good references, never late. If anything, it always comes early. So remember, as we move forward into the new year, say no to dick pics. So I have a day job, because comedy pays awesome. And at my day job, I work with 22 women. You know what that means? I'm gonna make a great housewife one day. I am constantly solving crisis and making miracles happen out of nowhere. Just a friendly little tip for everybody. Everybody's hair looks fabulous, even if it really looks like shit. It's so bad, I'm pretty sure I now menstruate. I don't care, I'll hold it as long as you guys want. Awkward silence does not bother me. Not even the worst job I've ever had. I used to be a car salesman. For whatever reason, nobody wanted to go on a test drive with me. I don't understand that either. Everybody hates a car salesman. I was the worst car salesman in the world. I now know what it's like for a registered sex offender to move into a new neighborhood. I'm not registered, but I've offended many people with my sex over the course of 32 years, so that's always good. Anybody here go to church? All right, you guys, good for you. The rest of you guys will probably like this then. I'm not a big fan of religion or anything. You have the right to believe in whatever you want to, and I think that's a great thing. The reason why I'm not a big fan of church or religion, it doesn't matter what you do, as long as you're truly sorry, they're gonna let you into the gates of heaven. Well folks, the worst thing I've ever tried to do in my life was try to sleep with 2 women in the same night, or maybe try to convince them that I'm the Prince of Saudi Arabia. And I just don't feel like I should wind up in the same place as, say, I don't know, Adolf Hitler, because we're both truly sorry. I just don't feel like my crimes equal up to his wipe out 6 million of a particular race. I just don't feel like that's even. And folks, could you imagine I move into my new neighborhood in heaven and Adolf Hitler is my next door neighbor? I look Jewish as hell. Could you imagine how that conversation's gonna go? Look, what religion did you say you were? Catholic, Adolf. Catholic. I don't believe you. So I came down here today, I filled up my gas tank. It cost me $22 to fill my gas tank. For anybody not excited about that, you must have rode a bike here. Everybody, I remember when gas was $4 a gallon. It was so expensive that if you dropped a thing of gasoline, you were catching that shit in your bare hands and you were throwing it in your gas tank. Now when I pump my gas, I'm like, I'm pouring some out for my homies. Not because they're dead, but because they gave up their cars and now they can enjoy these affordable gas prices at $2.22 a gallon. I'm really psyched about gas, folks. I do a lot of traveling. Anybody here like to watch TV before they go to sleep? Am I alone in this? Anybody? Some round of applause? All right, awesome, good. I love watching TV before I go to sleep. I really do. It's one of my favorite things to do. But it just hasn't been the same anymore since they canceled my favorite TV show. I used to love watching The Cosby Show till I passed out. I just didn't realize I had something in common with 57 other women. Before you comment on it, I just got a quick question. Is there always room for Jell-O after Roofalin? I'm never gonna look at a pudding pop ever the same ever again. Do I got any married couples here? Any married couples? All right, yes. More guys going home and not having sex beside myself. Normally I like it when I see married couples in the audience because that tells me, you know what, no guy is being put in the friend zone. And everybody, I'm gonna explain to you why guys hate the friend zone. It's like training for the Olympics to come in 4th place. You know what the guy who comes in 4th at the Olympics gets? Nothing, that's right, he gets nothing. There's no cover the Wheaties box for him. But you know what there is for him? Running to Walmart at 12:30 at night to buy tampons. Half the time, us guys, we don't even know when we've been put in the friend zone. Everybody, that's like going to the store and buying milk without an expiration date. Ladies, if I knew I had 3 days to drink your milk from the moment I met you, otherwise that milk would go bad forever for me, that would be such a big help. Now, I'm not comparing you to a dairy product. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying you need to come with a sexpiration date. That's right, I said it, sexpiration date. And I know what you all may be thinking. What about guys? And us guys, we have a sexpiration date too. And it's really easy, it's the same for every guy. Never. I don't care if I met you 3 years ago or 3 minutes ago, this milk is never going bad for you. It will never be friend zoned. So I got a roommate because, like I said, I'm not mature and responsible. And my roommate's great. He's actually a really good guy. The only complaint I have about him is that we never have any food in the house because he buys all healthy crap. So I don't eat it. But he's in the best shape of his life. It's great, actually. But a couple of years ago, I used to live with a woman. And I'm a comedian, folks, but she thinks she's funny. And like any good roommate, when I got sick, I just steal her cold medication because that's what you do when you have a roommate. Everyone knows that. Well, one time I got sick and I started stealing her cold medication and she switched up her cold medication with a different type of medication that she takes. Yeah, bad news. A week later, I still had my colds. Good news was I didn't have to buy condoms for like 3 months because I was taking her birth control for about 2 weeks. Pretty sure I started lactating too. Now I know we got a lot of couples in the audience, and folks, I'm gonna tell you, I was raised by my mom, so I understand a little bit more than most guys. Like ladies, I understand some nights you don't wanna have sex. I get that. Some nights you just wanna be held, you just wanna talk, communicate. I get that, and I think that's the basis of a great relationship. And I truly do. And I'm gonna help us all understand each other tonight. Because I think what most people don't understand is that us guys, sometimes we just want to be held and we just want to communicate as well. We just have a different way of it than you guys. Like when you guys want to be held, you want to be held in comfort. When we're saying we want to be held, what we really mean is we want a blowjob. We just want to be held in your mouth with lots of saliva for about 15 to 20 minutes, give or take, on the day. We all need to understand each other better, and that's what I'm here to do, folks. All right, I'm gonna tell one more, then I'm gonna get the heck out of here. I don't know about you guys, but I got a lot of trouble sleeping at night, and I'm always up real late, and I always see the same old commercials on TV. And they always make me want to adopt a pet from Sarah McLachlan. I don't even like dogs, but as soon as I hear that song, I'm like, all right, here's my debit card, sign me up. It also makes me think I have transvaginal mesh. I'm not even sure I have the right lady parts for transvaginal mesh, but I think I have it now. But my favorite are those commercials where they ask those random questions about whether or not you have some random disease. Like, are you happy, but sometimes sad? Yes. Do you feel like there's no way out? I live in Port Charlotte, Florida. There's only one way out of that place, and we all know what it is. Well, then you have a yeast infection. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Luke Trotta. You guys have been great. Give it a go for your host, Junior Shaw. Well, maybe I'm supposed to bring up the headliner. I don't know. See, guys, this is the great thing about a live show. Sometimes we just got to go with it. I could keep going, Junior. I don't know. I'll tell you guys about my day. I already told you I stopped at the gas station. Everybody, Junior Shaw, everybody.
They don't pay me enough for this shit. Running all over the place, ladies and gentlemen. So, like I said, Wednesday, all you can eat spaghetti.